Alright, you guys, we're getting ready to do another spelling lesson. This week we're going to talk about suffixes, and the two suffixes we're going to talk about are able and ible. And as you know, a suffix is added to a root word, a word that can already stand alone. A root word or a base word is a word without a prefix or a suffix. Prefix meaning it goes at the beginning of the word, and suffix meaning it comes at the end of the word. And you guys remember the trick I showed you that in the alphabet, the P comes before the S. So prefix would come before the word and suffix would come at the end of the word. That's just a little trick to remind you. A suffix is a group of letters added at the end of the word to change its meaning. ED changes a word's meaning to past tense. ING changes a word's meaning to present tense. FUL, full, changes it to being full of something, like enjoyful. Well, today, able, the suffix able means that you're able to do it. The suffix able is usually used when the root word is a full word. So like in the word comfortable, comfort is a word on its own, and I add able to the end, and now I have comfortable. Lovable, love is a word, and I add able to the end, so now I have lovable. Noticeable. Notice is a word on its own, and I add able to the end, and now I have noticeable. The suffix ible, though, is added to words that are not really words. So, for example, edible, ible is added to the end of the word ed, and we said that ed can be someone's name, but it's not a word that can stand alone. Incredible, incred is not a word to add ible to the end. Okay, today I'm going to give you some sentences with words that end with the suffixes able and ible. So I want you to work with your partners, and you can pause or rewind or stop the video at any time while I'm reading the sentences so you can work together on them if you need help. So first, think of how to spell the root or base word, which should be words that you already know how to spell. And then attach the ending, either able or ible, whatever you hear, to the end of the root or base word. Number 1, the dog was lovable. Number 2, was the sign visible? Number 3, will that math problem be possible? Will that math problem be possible? And number 4, she was agreeable about the problem. Now this week I only gave you 4 sentences because these were harder words, but I want you to work with your partners and see if you can spell them correctly before I show you the answers. And remember, you guys, these are sentences, so remember to follow your rules when you're writing sentences. So now if you need extra time, and I'm sure you do, stop the video or pause it and work with your partners to complete these 4 sentences. All right, you guys, you've corrected your sentences and you've worked with your partners, and these are how your sentences should look. So number 1, the dog was so lovable. The word lovable, love is a word, so I added able to a word, but I dropped the E and add A-B-L-E, lovable. I capitalized my T and I put a period at the end of my sentence. Number 2, was the sign visible? Viz is not a word, but I can sound it out. That's a CVC word, a consonant, vowel, consonant. S. I can sound that out, and then I know to add ible to the end. Capitalize my first letter, and this time I put a question mark because I was asking a question. Number 3, will that math problem be possible? Capitalize my first letter. Possible. Since it has ible, pos is not a word, but I can sound it out. Pos. And on pos, I can use my floss rule, and I know that I double F, L, S, or Z, and the O is a short O. Ah. So I know I have to double the S. Pos. Let me double the S to follow my floss rule and add ible to the end. Number 4, she was agreeable about the problem. I know how to spell agree, and then I added able to the end. And we know our able words They are words that could stand alone without the suffix. So agree is a word that could stand alone. I capitalized my S at the beginning of the sentence, and I put a punctuation, a period at the end. Alright, so now check your work. If you need to pause the video to check it, you can. And I know you guys worked together and did an awesome job. So if it's not time to change centers yet, you can come up with some more sentences on your own. Try to come up with a sentence using the word terrible